This is where I say it is disgraceful and shameful that the government's response is not that there is no killing of Christians. The response is that no, America, you did not even say it as bad as it is. It's not only Christians that are being killed. Even Muslims are killed. Even traditional believers are killed. Even everybody is killed. What a shame.
All right, so US President Donald Trump has designated Nigeria a country of particular concern. What are the implications for Nigeria?
Being designated as the country of particular concern by the United States of America means that the US has determined that the country is engaging in or tolerating specifically severe violations of religious freedom. This designation power is gotten from the International Religious Freedom Act of 1998, where the Department of State is empowered to monitor and report on annual basis the infringements of religious freedom worldwide. Then the Secretary of State now has the power to designate some countries based on the findings of the annual report as countries of particular concern. I think this should be in section 402B1A of the IRFA of the United States of America. Now, these are the consequences. If America finds that you are now a country of particular concern, they can go into direct engagement. In other words, negotiations. In other words, going to agreements on how you will improve the religious freedom conditions that they will give you. They can go into diplomatic sanctions. That means degrading, as a way of protest, the relationship you have with the United States. Maybe sacking your ambassador, withdrawing ambassadors, degrading that relationship. They can go into economic sanctions, which is limiting aid or limiting trade. And that's why you saw Donald Trump at the first time saying Nigeria is designated as a country of particular concern, and this may lead to the sanctions, this may lead to cutting off aids. Now, here is the point. How did Nigeria get to this point? Because America was saying that there is a genocide and the massacring of Christians in Nigeria. This is where I am embarrassed. This is where I say it is disgraceful and shameful that the government's response is not that there is no killing of Christians. The response is that no, America, you did not even say it as bad as it is. It's not only Christians that are being killed. Even Muslims are killed. Even traditional believers are killed. Even everybody is killed. What a shame that a country, that a government whose duty is to secure the lives and welfare of people are given as a defense that not only Christians are being killed, but Muslims, everybody is being killed also. What an international admission of failure on the basic duty of government. So when Donald Trump says, and when Americans say Christians are killed, the government has practically admitted it. That is failure, because no one person is supposed to be killed in a country without account. One person, the death of one person is 100% loss to the family. You can't have two fathers. When your father is dead, he's dead forever. When your son, at times your only child, is dead forever. The finality of death should make our governments and our politicians and our leaders to be ashamed that what they are saying is not that Christians are not being killed. Meaning, they're actually telling Americans, sorry, you're not even saying it as bad as it is. What a shame. So, the most important thing is that we have security problems, security challenges, and even the government is not denying it. So, if America says Christians are killed, they are saying the truth. The issue of genocide, it depends on who is analyzing it. So, you just can't wish it away. Why did I say that? Did you not hear people from Benue saying that some foreign invaders, and I'm talking about the governor of Benue State, Governor Alia, that this massacre of his people are perpetrated by terrorists who are mostly foreign invaders with the aim of sacking the people from their land, eliminating the people from their land in order to take over their land. What does that mean? So Nigeria is a vast country. So if you want to talk about whether there's genocide or not, it depends on who is talking about it. If you go to Plateau, they're shouting the same thing, that they want to kill everybody, sack everybody from their land in order to take over their land. So what is that? Having said that, I agree that American government should sanction these corrupt politicians, those that have refused to give us free, fair, credible election, those that are orchestrating violence and rigging during election, those that are stealing Nigerian money and housing it abroad, which these foreign governments know, those that are engaging in sponsoring these terrorists, because some people are sponsoring these terrorists. UAE gave us a list one time. Jonathan said he has Boko Haram members in his cabinet. Abacha said if any insecurity lasts more than 24 hours, the government is aware of it. If there is no complicity of people in government, this will not last from 2009. So what I'm saying is that American government has a point. And then Tinubu's incompetence in the way he's handling international relations is even what made this issue worse. The last time I granted an interview to you people, I pleaded with President Bola Tinubu. I said, please, sir, be careful the way you deal with Donald Trump. You can't wish him away. Even in your village, if you have the strongest man and he happens to be behaving in a funny way, you are still needed to use wisdom to know how to deal with him. I pleaded with him. And look at Donald Trump fired the first tweet designating Nigeria as a country of particular concern, and then Tinubu fired his own tweet. No, you don't do that with Donald Trump. Not that you're scared of him, no, but you have to check the psychology of a particular leader and evolve diplomatic and wise way to follow him. My master's is on international law and diplomacy, and I can always tell you that Tinubu, when the you people asked me the last time what is my rating of the international relations of Nigeria, and that in my say is a disaster. You're now seeing what I saw. How can you, more than 200 million persons have been pleading with you, President Bola Tinubu, appoint qualified ambassadors to represent Nigeria, especially in these major countries? No. You want to do only the things you want. And you know, because of the condition of your body and mind, at times you do not take reasonable decision. Daniel Bwala, when his brain was still working, because he was the one who said if you enter APC, your brain stops working. When his brain was still working, he described Tinubu's government as a government that has audacity of hypocrisy and hypocrisy of competence. Meaning Tinubu has the audacity to take decisions, but he ends up taking hypocritical decisions, meaning wrong decisions. Meaning that when Tinubu is purporting to be competent, there is no competence in it, it's simply hypocritical. This is the exact word of Daniel Bwala when Tinubu decided to choose a fellow Muslim to become his vice president. Now, we are paying for it. Tinubu fired the tweet back to Donald Trump. And I laughed because I knew what was going to come after. When Donald Trump now fired his own threats, threatening the use of force, if need be, what did Tinubu do? No, let Tinubu fire back, so that it will be fire for fire. When Donald Trump did the first one, if we had a beautiful ambassador, a wonderful, intelligent ambassador, he would have gone through the back door, not coming to fire back, to explain the situation of Nigeria to America, and urging America that we need the help of everybody, including America. Then fire back. Now Nigeria is not, like I said, shamelessly, with respect, admitting that you have security problems, but everybody is being killed. What a defense. In law, there's what we call general traverse, a specific traverse. They will tell you have to specifically traverse every armament that is made against you. Let me give you an example. If they say you stole 500 naira, and you say, no, I didn't steal 500 naira, and we leave it at that, you have not said you are not a thief. Because you have not said that you did not steal 400 naira. So you have to say, no, I did not steal 500 naira, and I have not stolen any money at all. Can Nigeria specifically traverse the allegation that Christians are being killed? No, they cannot. They are saying everybody is killed. But the real traverse in law that would have exculpated you is saying, no Christians is being killed. Nobody is being killed at all. No, we can't say that. So the issue here is that incompetence of Tinubu. Now the whole Nigeria was begging Tinubu appoint ambassadors. He refused. A tweet by a foreign president is making him now to consider, watch, within 1 week or so, he will appoint the ambassadors. Telling you that this is a man that is reactionary, has nothing to offer Nigerians except hypocritical leadership style, according to Daniel Bwala. He said audacity of hypocrisy and hypocrisy of competence. So when Tinubu purports to be competent, we are seeing the result of his incompetence every day. Right from when he was the chairman of ECOWAS, how ECOWAS became fractured. You now have Association of Sahel region countries. Now when he became the chairman of ECOWAS, he threatened to remove the government of another country within 7 days. Now another country is threatening your own country, so that you will understand how incompetent and unwise for you to threaten another country. Now even Chad is closing our border. What is the extent that we can take from the incompetence of a Tinubu and APC government? So what is happening with America designating us and the way it is being handled is crash. I mean, it is complete display of incompetence of a government and hypocrisy. A government that told you that in August they had made all the revenues that they projected to make within a year, cannot appoint ambassadors, cannot pay them. So Nigeria is now left in the hands of competent leaders. Let Tinubu use cotton wool and close the mouth of all those his purported spokespersons before they talk us into trouble. They don't know nothing. They don't know what they are doing. And let Tinubu stop responding so that people of me, we have men in this country, anyone you want, so that they can respond for us. So what happened is that there is an insecurity problem in Nigeria, which Nigeria should work hard to eliminate completely. You do it through catching the sponsors of, can you imagine, about 15,000 persons have died in one way or the other from terrorist attacks since Tinubu came to power in 2023. Is that not a massacre? 15,000. They should try to get these sponsors, expose them, stop them, whoever they are. Then they should stop playing politics. Can't you see the hand of karma in what is happening? Buhari and Tinubu, they led a delegate to America to report insecurity of Nigeria to America during the Jonathan's regime. Can't you see karma? And now they are screaming, opposition. Opposition what? Opposition power on there. Opposition.
All right, from all you say.
Now, they should try to increase the morale of the fighting force, increase the boots on ground. A country where the government is awarding one contract for 15 trillion naira, where his family has interest. If that 15 trillion naira had been put into security because of the dead need of it, we will be out of this security. Now, since Tinubu came in, I have been begging, let state police be approved. The governor of Zamfara, vowed with the Quran, 2 months he will wipe out insecurity. He knows where all these people are. And Governor Soludo is actually proving it to be correct with ordinary vigilante. He has destroyed about 60 camps of insecurity, and insecurity in Anambra State, whether I like it or not, has been eliminated to a reasonable extent. Tinubu cannot let him hear this advice. Let him support the creation of state police like yesterday. Because we will talk our own. The opposition will even, because we don't play politics with security, we will even give our own recommendation. Yes, this government will not implement it. And they will open their mouth. Opposition. Please.
All right, from all you said, obviously you are not satisfied with government's response to what Donald Trump has said. Of course, Anambra State governor downplayed it, and the FCT minister has described it as the action of opposition parties. They are the ones hyping this over this Christian genocide. What's your take on that?
If Soludo is playing down the death of 15,000 persons from 2023, why did he play up the security challenges in his own state? Why did he have to equip a new fighting force to fight insecurity? He was just playing politics. Anybody who plays down on the death of even one person would report to God. If Soludo himself had been killed, would he be governor? And for saying opposition, dumb, that's a dumb reasoning. You know, when people say, this insecurity did not start with Tinubu, that's an annoying submission, very annoying. Because the reason he contested to be president is to be able to stop it, and he promised he would stop it. If it didn't start with you, and you can't handle it, what was your business coming to contest to be president? We were not looking for a pope, we're not looking for a pastor, we're not looking for an imam. We're looking for a leader who will give us security and welfare. And he said, we danced for it, we begged for it, and nobody should pity us because we said we would do it. So let him do it. I don't like to hear all these dumb excuses. Security has been on since what? So, if you can't handle it, why did you contest to be president and commander-in-chief of the armed forces? Armed forces, all the armed forces are in your command. You can't handle it, resign. Let another person that can handle it come in. Excuses and successes do not go together. Any leader that is used to giving excuses by whatever name called is a failure. Touch them in economy, they give excuses. They inherited rotten economy. They inherited bad, dead economy. Excuses. Talk security. It did not start with us. What are you doing sitting there? The only thing we want to hear is results. And that is what we're expecting. Opposition has no business. Do you see this government as a government that spares opposition? When they were doing rumor, when they were having rumor of Q or rumor of this, like I said, it's a rumor. The governors that they were suspecting that we are part of it, are they part of the opposition? The ones they are rumoring, I said, IAPC members. No opposition can afford to enter into insecurity to do anything to the government, because the opposition person knows the consequences. Because if you use force, you are a member of the opposition, won't be spared. So it's only the ruling party, like Jonathan say, that there are some Boko Haram in my cabinet. It's only the ruling party that has the solution, because they have the security reports. If any member of the opposition is involved, let the person pay the price. If any member of the ruling party is involved, let the person pay the price, and we'll have a safe country. Excuses are dumb, because successes and excuses will never go together.